I was the first person she invited.
That's it.
Now, are these all my babies?
Hang on a second.
Are these all my babies?
Colette, I might want to dispute that with you. Hang on a minute.
This guy's a professional. This guy's
Now, you're looking better now.
Big smiles, lads, come on.
These are my babies now. I cleaned their noses.
Oh, Colette.
I tied their bootlaces.
Go
I
on.
won't go any further. Won't go any further.
Oh, lovely.
Can you just take that slightly?
Oh, lovely.
Someone else up with pee-pee. Hold this.
The weight of it.
Not me.
You got that icing done awful quickly, Debbie. Debbie,
You like the English
is
team
that what
that
you were doing
everything
for the last
printed.
half hour?
Can I do in here for a second?
You didn't dare do it beforehand now, did you?
Debbie was busy.
Okay, 1 second.
Do that now.
Sit down, lads. Sit down. Sit down so we can see it. That's it. And look, there's a...
Don't let it fall. Great kiss. Thank you, lads. Thank you.
Brilliant. Patrick.
You're Patrick. Patrick.
Leave it off. Ah, Matthew, hang on, come on. Don't
Hold on, like a trophy.
Because she wasn't there either.
You have to take one for me first.
You're shooting the sun, you're shooting the sun, lads. Come around, you're shooting the sun.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, that's all. Take one by yourself.
Okay, take by yourself.
Go on, Jerry, take one for me there, will you? Leave the still.
Look, he'll be gone for the night then.
Now, there you go. Get your call.
Paul,
Take it away.
pass it over there. Go on, chuck it at him.
Fabulous, isn't it?
Matthew, my call Ian.
Who did it then?
Smile, Paul Hacker, please. You're doing on your own yet? Okay. Just get one more now. It's a bit of a smile even. Smile, Paul.
Yeah, look, you have no choice. You have no choice now. Behave yourself.
It's lovely. Thank you, Paul.
Behave yourself. Now, come over here with this. Yeah, that's it. Any sense of smile? Lift it up a little bit higher. That's it. That's it. No, that's easy.
Smile,
Okay.
Matthew. Smile.
That's perfect. Lovely.
Not smiling.
Okay, and now with Sam. Okay. Lovely. You're finished then now, Matthew. You're finished then.
Run.
3 generations.
Next one.
One more now.
No.
One more. 3 generations of great moving pairs.
That's it now, Michael.
Okay, lovely.
No, I can get it now. So that's what it's all about, eh? That's nice.
So, a long journey for us, right? And I'm going to say one or two little things. If you'll indulge me for just a second, it's a long journey, and over this year and last year and many years, I always want to say to myself, if I get to this point, there's one or two little things I'm going to do, right? So I'm going to get the stuff out of the way, right? That I feel I have to do. First of all, I'm going to start with the guys that were involved this year with the players. It's a great privilege to be involved with young men or young people and to work with them and be successful with them. It's a great privilege from our point of view. We should be thankful. All the days we can do something like that and end up with nights like this, we should be thankful. And so from my point of view, I will, on behalf of Noel, and I know Dole, they don't like to say a whole lot. They're very much guys who work in the background. But we would like to, I would like to thank them on behalf of the players and on the parents. And also John and Jamie and John Cass and 2 or 3 other guys. I would like to, for the guys who were involved this year, but they themselves will get a certain feeling of pride, and in some respects, that's nearly enough reward. I will formally acknowledge you and thank you. Well done. With some of these guys, I would have probably got involved with you when you were about under 9, and it would be worthwhile, I think, to acknowledge guys that were here before me and who were involved in other age groups. And I think the 2 guys that I would think of are Dave Wynn, who's just come in the door, and Declan Rappel, who isn't here tonight. But he would have been involved with all that. And up along the years, you'll have different guys coaching you, Brian, people. But there's been somebody in the background who's been constant in your lives in so many ways, be it are picking you up, sending you texts, annoying your parents, wiping your arse. She's fantastic and renowned for her alleged shyness. But I think on behalf of Claire, she is mummy to so many of these fellas. Kill it. I then have to kind of work my way along. These things don't happen by accident, right? There is people who get involved in essence, the shitty end of running this business, which is the administration, right? Alan, Greg, John Gaffney, all those fellas have played a significant role in turning you guys out today. And then the club, in the bigger, wider context, fellas like Derek, Mickey, who's here tonight, guys like that in the background who you don't even know, but who make sure that this thing is here and that it's available, and if there's a picture out there, there's a little bit of grass in it now and again. And I think that on a day like today we should acknowledge, and just because it's important to mark the contribution of people like that. Right? Or you go down to Cork, or you go to Limerick, and you're playing in an All-Ireland competition. It's very important that you have a tail gun Charlie, a fella that's shooting the lads as they're trying to fly past and shoot you. And that's what Johnny V does here, from the Connacht Branch point of view. He minds our efforts politically, and he's been doing a great job. He has been running youth rugby in Connacht for the last 10 years. And he's a super guy, and he does all loads of stuff in the background, and we owe him a debt of gratitude as well, guys, so there you go. I'm going to say one final thing to you, okay? Today was, in many respects, unfinished business being resolved, okay? In 2004, the pictures out in the youth room, we brought 15 warriors to win what they call the Joe Morton Trophy with the All-Ireland Under-11. We brought 15 warriors, right? It was the complete opposite of today. It was a miserable, horrible day. And they were warriors. I'm telling you, they were warriors. We had one of the boys who's no longer with us was taken away in an ambulance and wrapped up in tin foil. It was that cold, right? I think that today, in many ways, was a fulfilling of that. I would like two of the people on the bus that day. Yeah. So I'd like to think two people, because in many respects, the best rugby dad I ever knew was Paul Collin. Okay? Parents are, these guys are a reflection of the kind of people that you are. Paul Collin was a great guy. He was the epitome of what's good about rugby, and I would have been there today without him. Bit, which would be to say that, again, for lots of us, we remember fondly Kyle McCrann and even Cian Comerford, who was involved in rugby, but Kyle McCrann certainly was a guy who played and was very much part of the team, and they're no longer with us. And I know that they were smiling down us. That's what we have to go better for today. They were smiling down us today, and so I just like to remember that. The final little bit, and I'm going to stop then. I think that nearly got everybody. I want to ask Sean, the barman, if he wouldn't mind, that at the far end of the bar there's a kind of a shelf, just at the very far end, and over that shelf there's two guys, both of them extraordinarily enough holding a pint of Guinness, right? Paddy Kyle and Joe are sitting down there. They were intimately involved in the Youths Academy. They'd love nothing more than to be sitting with their pints, looking down, right? at that trophy for the next year. And I'd like to ask the club, give the old shelf a bit of a rub and put the trophy sitting up there so that the two lads can see it for next year. That's all. Now, we need someone to cut the cake. One very important thing. I said about the guys, and I have to say, in fairness, I have to say this one other thing. That the guys are all fantastic today. And every one of you individually. But the captain, I have to say one thing. Someday, at some stage, I'm going to take that dad's mother aside and ask her, where did he get that red hair from? Where did the charm and the good looks and the ability to their rugby company? Would you mind coming up? I just got to make it.
And especially the players, we were here on Friday night. We talked about today being one of the biggest days of your rugby life. You're playing for the jersey today, playing for the club, and most of all, playing for yourself. And I'm delighted to say that you did that. Today will be one of the best memories that you'll ever have in your rugby playing careers. And I don't want to say much except to say very sincerely that the club are proud of you all. It was a players' day today, it was a coach's day, but the club, I can tell you genuinely, the club are very, very proud of all of you. Iain has thanked virtually everybody. The only person who hasn't been thanked formally yet, and I know that he's the person behind the whole lot, is Iain O'Brien. Yes.